Back. Joe Ryan here at WLCN Live, Saturday morning sports show. I'd like to thank everybody for coming in today. And sitting next to me here is the head coach, Chris Ciaccio, this golf team. He's done a lot with this team, haven't you, Coach?
I tried, Joe.
Yeah, I know. And you look good this morning.
I just got up. Yep.
You know, before we get into this golf, let's talk a little baseball because I know you're all excited as you get a new manager.
Oh, yeah. Press conference, 2 o'clock Monday. The Joe Madden era will begin.
Joe Madden era. And you really think he's going to turn things around?
For my sake and the rest of the Cub fans, I hope so, because we've been waiting a long time.
And this guy's supposed to be the king, right?
Yeah, we got some young players that he can mold and develop, and we're going to be a force to be reckoned with.
So
for sure.
You think you're going to give the Cardinals a run this year?
Oh, without a doubt.
I can tell you what, we need somebody to at least give us a little run. You know what I mean?
We're going our way up, and the Cardinals are way down.
You know, they talk now, don't they? The Cub fans, they like to talk.
It is November.
Season, late season. This is going to be their year. Hey, you know what? I don't have anything against the Cubs. I hope they're good this year, you know? What the heck? I think this guy can turn around in 1 year?
I don't root for the Cardinals at all.
No, I know. No. It doesn't bother me, Josh. You know what I mean?
You know, I don't want Cardinal fans when the Cubs are good to say, oh, I want to root for the Cubs too. No, that's not happening.
You know, I went down there for the Bart game and bought a red Cubs hat.
Someone probably gave you a free ticket.
No, I had to pay for it.
Half price.
Sat next to Ryan Sandberg.
Yeah.
I did.
Which wife was he with then?
I don't know, but I said the wrong wife's name.
What, did you?
Yeah. I said the wrong one because Vinny hit me and goes, he's not married to her anymore.
That happens.
I think he was mad at us from inning 3, and I sat next to him for 2 nights in a row.
That's something you don't tell Ryan Sandberg.
No, they were upset. I think it made her more mad than him. He just kind of sat and looked straight ahead.
Yeah.
We've all got our problems.
I worked at Peoria with him when he was with the Chiefs. I was a bad boy.
Yeah, did you go get a autograph or anything?
No, it was crazy every time he was there. So
yeah, I loved Ryan Sandberg.
Yeah, it was a good time when he was there.
He was a great player.
Yep.
Well, let's turn around here and first of all, let's tell us a bit about your season.
We have 9 hole matches and 18 hole matches, tournaments obviously. Our record was 15-2 for 9 hole matches, and I told these guys at the banquet since they were sophomores, their record was 46-4.
Wow, that's pretty good.
In 9 hole matches, yep. And the 18 hole matches are really the ones that count, and we had 7 or 8 of those, and we fared well, every one of them.
So do you is it you're going to play all the conference teams at least once?
Sure.
And then you have a conference tournament.
We have a conference tournament. We are conference champions.
That's right, conference champs.
Score 303. I think all 4 of them all 4 seniors behind us are all conference this year.
Really?
Yep.
Nice. Grades too?
2 of them are all conference. Kyle is academic all conference, and so is Aaron Butler.
Nice job. Nice job, fellas.
Surprising to me, too.
So when you I don't know if that was a compliment. So when you talk about this team and how they got going, they all were playing when they're freshmen? You've been that long? You've been there how long? You're getting old.
13, 14 years.
Yeah. So did you have them there freshmen?
Yeah.
Hear them about as old as they are. That's what they say. We can still hear you guys with these on.
Kyle and Jordan, I don't think ever played JV. They just went right to varsity and Brock.
Hey, they were that good.
They thought they were. They thought they were.
Yeah, I know.
They were decent players, and if you're going to play golf, it's not like football where a little kid can't play varsity. I mean,
well, they can.
Well, they can. I guess sometimes they have to, right?
No, but you're right. You can't. I don't want to throw a freshman on the varsity football game ever, really. But they're not ready for it.
But the golf is different. They can still jump up there and play. In fact, in the state tournament, a freshman won the state tournament this year. I
saw that.
So,
where's he from?
Morton.
Morton, yeah.
Yep, only freshman.
Not a very big guy either, right?
Nope, he was pretty good. And his twin brother, is his twin?
No, he's a year older.
Year older, he was in the top 10 too, so.
And obviously a golf background for those kids.
Yeah, pretty good.
It is something that you have to. You're going to get better if you start earlier in life.
That's right. Yep.
So when did you start? You start when you were
my dad would take me out when I was 7 and 8 years old.
I've seen you throw up some good rounds out there.
I played with you a lot.
You're you're a player. You know what I mean? Players make plays, and that's what you
do. You want to tell the audience your favorite 18-hole score?
83.
83, and I was with you.
I got a witness right here, 83.
Yep. And he folded on the last.
Took an 8 on number 8.
Yeah, he folded like a deck of cards on the last hole. He was thinking about it. He was grinding it.
I did think about it. Put it in the water. Tough. How much? Well, I know we talked about this, but how much of golf is mental? You know,
A lot of it.
Once you get, I'll tell you what, just when they have the derbies out there, and all of a sudden you get a bunch of people sitting around watching, all of a sudden the shoes get a little tight.
Yeah.
And you start thinking about a zillion different things.
That's
You're
right.
like, boy, I want to hit this right. I want to hit it straight. And then the next thing you know,
They say it's 80% mental, 20% physical, but there's times you're over the ball. It's 99% mental and 1% physical because you're thinking about a lot of things.
and that putt you can drop, it's the length of this table. You can do that 9 out of 10 times unless we put a crowd out there.
That's right. It's a little different, isn't it?
A little tougher.
A little different.
Well, let's talk about some of these kids. Let's pop into one. Who's got the mic?
Aaron
come
Butler.
on. Look in that camera because I know your parents are looking for you. They want to see you. Just tell us a little bit about your name, how long you've been playing golf, who's your favorite golf coach?
All right.
Okay, is that on? Hey, let me see that. May not be on. There you go.
There you go.
It's on. All right. I started playing golf my freshman year.
Did you really just start when you were a freshman?
He
Yeah.
did.
Huh? Good.
Yep.
Yeah. I was on JV my freshman year, and in the
That's all right.
That's all right.
Hey, it's radio. They can't even see you.
Except that guy.
Hey. When did you? Hey, so you started golf when you were a freshman?
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Hey, and was Ciaccio your coach then? Coach Ciaccio?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And you had some help, didn't you, from your neighbor or something out there, didn't you? They see you riding around with your neighbor. What's that guy's name?
Brad
Nichols.
Brad
Yeah.
Nichols.
Brad Nichols out there riding around. Hey, I know we're throwing some curveballs at you, but stay with us. Hey, so Brad Nichols was helped you a lot out there. I see him play. He's a good golfer.
Yeah, he's a good golfer. I know between his freshman year and his sophomore year, Brad really helped him a
Yeah,
lot.
Brad was working with him a lot. I would see him out there. It's a good thing Neil didn't catch him early. When did you get so tall?
I got this. What?
Probably last year.
Last year or so, did you grow 6 inches? I don't remember you being that tall.
I've probably grown 3 inches last year.
Yeah, nice job. So does that hurt you or help you with the clubs, Coach? What do you do with those clubs?
I'm sure
That
he got them
didn't change?
customized. I'm sure he had to get new ones.
I had
didn't
an inch. Bombing past you.
Say that again. Never mind.
Hey, so did what's one of your best memories about this year's golf?
It's all the tournaments. It was all the van rides going down and up. It was just a lot of fun being with Coach and all the guys there. And regionals, yeah, and sectionals. Just staying in the hotel and. I did regionals. Oh yeah, at regionals I was the individual champ. I shot 73.
That's a big. You're skipping right by that. That's a big deal.
Big
Individual
deal.
champ.
He played great.
Yeah.
73. At what course?
The Links in Jacksonville.
Oh,
so
that's
he
nice
only
place,
played it 2 or 3 times at the most.
Yeah.
So he played well. And all of them played well that day. We were regional champions as well.
73 is pretty good.
Yep.
Nice
Yeah.
job. That's got to be the highlight, huh?
Mhm.
Yeah. What was that low moment? We always like to talk about low moments too.
Yeah, the low moment. All 3 of us right here shot 79s in sectionals, and the cut was 78.
Oh,
So
To go to state.
yeah,
really?
it's tough. Yeah.
Yeah. It was a very tough sectional.
Wow, that is tough. And see, I'd take a 79 every day.
That'd be your personal best
That'd be good.
by far, which I never.
Hey, let's not start talking. Okay, so hey, what's your plans for next year? What are you gonna do?
Right now I'm going to Iowa State University.
All
That's
right.
the plan right now. Yeah. I'm thinking about trying to walk on. I mean, it's a long shot, but you never know. You
May
gotta
as well
dream big.
try.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
I'll keep on playing.
What are you gonna be when you grow up?
I'm probably gonna double major in agronomy and turf management. I don't know what job there is I can get, but
Your
there's
dad will figure that
yeah,
out. He'll find you.
Yeah.
Something. You know what I
There's a
mean?
lot out there.
He's got connections.
Yeah.
I would think so.
All right, you want to give a shout out to anybody out there?
I'd like to give a shout out to my dad. He's probably listening out there somewhere.
If he's up. If he's up.
Yeah, he is. He's.
Okay.
I guarantee he's listening to this maybe. And I'd like to give a shout out to Gavin Block.
You ever take him to the hoop?
What?
Can you take him to the hoop?
Yeah, Gavin. I'm playing you 1-on-1 tomorrow.
There you go.
My driveway. 3 o'clock. Be there.
Good. All right, we're going to pass the mic over. Who we got on here now?
Kyle Fitzpatrick.
Kyle Fitzpatrick right here.
Kyle?
Reporting for duty.
How long you been playing?
I've been playing about all my life.
Yeah, you grew up on a golf course.
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a gym rat.
Golf family.
Golf family. Yeah, your dad, he's pretty good golfer.
Dad, uncles. I think my grandpa did a little golfing back in the day.
Who's the best? Who's the best Fitzpatrick?
My
Kevin.
brother. No, probably my brother.
Jason.
Kurt?
Yeah.
Jason, yeah, he can hit
Jason went to state when it was 2 classes.
it. Yeah, really? Yeah, Jason's a good golfer.
Yeah.
Real good.
It's in the blood. So you've been playing forever. You jumped right to varsity your freshman year?
Yeah.
Nice job. Then, and did he score for you?
He struggled at the beginning of the year this year, Actually, he played better last month than he ever did. He shot 76 at regionals.
Yeah, and I took an 8 on the last hole.
77 at conference.
Wow,
Is that
that's
right?
pretty good.
Yeah.
79 at sectionals.
Wow, staying in the 70s is pretty good.
Yep.
Beans, I've never been there.
Yep.
I grew up in the 70s. I've never shot in the 70s. You're so who's been your big influence? All those Fitzpatricks? Did Coach Ciaccio help you any?
Good
van driver.
Okay, I'll give him some credit. Yeah, he drove us there. No, I'm just kidding. He kept us focused. But I played with my dad a lot earlier years. I haven't played with him much anymore because he doesn't play that much. But and my brother was always good, so I kind of always wanted to be good.
Yeah, good. What's your highlight? What's the highlight of your career out there?
At the Elks, or in high school golf.
High school golf.
I don't know. It was probably junior year. I had quite a bit of good tournaments. I had a really good season then. This year I didn't really play that well in any tournaments or anything, but
You had to play pretty well.
76 at regionals was okay, but I took an 8 on the last hole, so I didn't really want to talk to
I
anyone.
know what that's about.
Yeah.
You choke out with that 8, you don't feel so good. do you?
Yeah. And I doubled my last hole at sectionals, so I didn't feel that great either.
He would have shot 77 and probably went to state.
I would have went to state.
Oh gosh, so close.
Yep.
Hit a cart path,
Then
went
you
right behind a tree.
And then you start going back through all those little putts that just
What
lipped
could
out
I
or
admit?
something, and
What could I get back?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. That's true. You want to give a shout out to anybody out there?
I'll give a shout out to my dad, Curdy.
Yeah.
Keep it cool.
Think he's up?
Yeah, he's definitely. Actually, no, he's not up. No, he is not up right now.
He's up.
I had to think about what he did last night.
All right, pass it along. Who's going next?
Me?
Well, they'll throw
That
some
Brock?
names out there. These guys want to know
Brock
who it is.
Byrge.
Brock Byrge. I'm losing my mic. So, hey, when did you start playing, Brock?
About 7 or 8.
Yeah, so you grew up out there, gym rat at the
Yeah.
country club, running around.
Yeah.
Yep. You're and did you say he jumped? No, he didn't jump right to varsity.
No, he played freshman year at JV.
You did? Yep.
Yep.
And so who's influenced you a lot? You see you out there riding around with your dad a lot. Is he
Yeah.
barking directions at you like he knows how to golf?
Yeah, he tries.
For a long time, I'd see him out there
Yeah.
riding around. You're who's your biggest influence? Who's helped you the most, you think? Come on, throw Coach out there.
Yeah, he did help me quite a bit
All
this
right.
year. Nick Adcock helped me a little bit too.
Former player, Nick.
Yep.
His brother Blake played too for us a few years back.
They were both good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nick helped me a lot, and my dad helped me some too.
He's
So
got a
it's
nice
just-
cart. You know.
You can tell a golfer by their nice cart. Well, except you.
Wrap all that stuff around it. Yeah, he's got a nice cart. He can golf rain,
Yeah.
wind, doesn't matter. What's your highlight? What's your highlight from your career at golf?
Probably this year at ISU, I shot 75.
That's pretty
That's
good.
probably my best this year.
He shot 75, then he shot 77 at conference, 81 at regionals. So it's not too bad.
And you missed the cut too?
He shot 79 at sectionals.
Wow.
At the U of I course in Champaign.
What's the
tough course.
What's the toughest course you guys played?
Mattoon Country Club.
Yeah, it was probably.
It's tough.
And compared to like
It's real narrow. It's long, and we don't play it enough to unforgiving. we don't play it enough either to know the nooks and crannies of it. So
yeah,
it's tough.
That's a tough course.
The Saturday's tough too because we stay overnight. They don't get any sleep.
Come
they're
on,
high school
man.
kids. So we actually played worse the second day at an easier course than we did the first day.
Sure. Yeah,
But-
staying all night's tough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. You want to give a shout out to anybody out there?
Yeah, I give a shout out to my brother Blake and Jimbo.
And Jimbo.
His dad, Jim.
Yeah, Jimbo. All right, nice job.
Yep.
Pass that over there. We got a talker now. This guy likes to shoot the basketball too, right? I don't know how he can do both. Who we have on here now? Look at I know that they want to see your pretty little face.
Everybody does, but I'm Jordan Perry.
And Jordan, hey, so how long you been playing? Forever too, huh?
Since I was 3 years old.
Yeah, your dad used to ride around out there a lot with you and
Yeah.
push you around that course. Is your mom help you any on it or not?
No,
No.
she does nothing.
She'd
bet
go to the
she's-
tournaments.
She hates this. She hates that game.
She'd go to the
She
tournaments.
hates that game with a passion.
She's washing all your little outfits and folding them and putting them in a little bag for you and getting you ready.
That's all she does.
Feeding you.
Feeding them.
She's taking care of
That's
you.
right.
Other than that, she hates the game.
She didn't miss very many tournaments, though.
Yeah, she kept going, huh?
That's right.
So what's your highlights? What highlights you have?
High school or like over the summers or anything.
High school.
Probably going to state 3 times in a row.
3 times in a row is a big deal.
Yeah.
He missed his freshman year by 2 shots, sectional.
Wow.
So he was almost there 4, but he went
3 years in a row.
sophomore, junior, senior year.
That's a big deal.
Yep.
Now, I haven't been to a state tournament, but do they, like, when you step up on the box, do they announce you and where you're from and all that?
Absolutely.
You step up and hit?
Sure.
And is there a lot of people standing around there?
Yeah.
It had to be very intimidating when you were a sophomore.
Oh, yeah, it was. I mean, I think I shot like 92, I think. And then second day got canceled, so.
Yeah, the second day got canceled.
And then they just go off of first stage results for a champion?
That year they did. That's the only year it's happened. So
I've heard it's been done before. So, and then you went back as a junior. How'd you fare then?
I shot 73 the first day and was tied for 5th at going into the second day. And I was in the last group, too, so I was playing with some pretty good kids and shot like 84, I think.
84.
So
struggled a little bit.
Does playing with a better group help you?
Oh, yeah. It just makes me want to compete more.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
And then this year, he's actually leading the tournament from first day.
Yeah.
After the first day, you were leading.
No.
1 and 17.
I was leading in 17.
Now we're going to talk about those downtimes that we talked about.
Yeah. Walk up to a par 3, wind straight into my face. It's got water in front of me and all to the left. And then it's kind of got like a gully thing over here to the right. So I pull hybrid. Didn't even think anything of it. Catch it really clean, goes over, hits a tree and goes over. Catch it right behind a tree. Pull a pitch and wedge, punch it, catches even the rough, and then rolls onto the green and doesn't stop and goes in the water.
I'm standing there, and it hits the green. It actually speeds up and slopes down to the water and went into the water that way on a second shot.
And then I have to go back over in the drop zone, drop it, hit that one in the water, then 2-putt on.
For an 8.
Yeah, I know about those 8s.
Yeah.
Snowmen.
It was a tough moment.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know anything. I didn't know I had the lead until I got into the clubhouse. So I had no clue.
Yeah, boy, it's just tough to come back from that.
Yeah.
It really is mentally, and you're just like,
You asked if there were people watching on that particular hole. There's probably 200 people watching at that moment. So it was a heartbreaker. And he had to come back, and he played well the next day too, though.
And you still had to come back and finish on 18, right?
Yeah.
And how'd you do on that hole then?
Bogey.
Bogey, yeah.
We shot 78 that day with an 8.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Yep.
That's pretty good. And then
Exactly.
So that was, and then now that was this year's.
That was this year. That was just 2 weeks ago.
June, yeah.
Yeah,
2 weeks ago.
We were paying attention, but it got away from us. Now and you all made all conference.
Yep, all 4.
And I didn't
of them
ask you who was your biggest influence. Who's been?
Probably my dad or my grandpa. Doug Dean's helped me a lot throughout the years.
No, Doug's good golf.
Doug's
Did a lot for my
former
game.
pro. Did he?
I don't think he wants me to say it on the air, but did a lot for my game. Don't watch me.
Joe Ryan endorses Doug Dean.
Endorses Doug Dean. There'll be nobody talking to
Oh,
him.
boy. That's a backhanded compliment, isn't it?
That's funny stuff. He's hiding now.
He's going to change his name.
Phil, you want to give a shout out to anybody?
Shout out to my mom and dad and Taylor. That's about it.
All right, nice job.
Sure.
We'll bring it back here and ask Coach. Coach, for those kids out there that want to play, what's the most important thing for them to get?
The summertime.
going?
Summertime. A lot of kids who don't play a lot, they think they can come out in August and, come out and all of a sudden they're going to be golfers. It takes a lot of work to become an upper level player. A lot of work. And even when you get there, there's still those moments when you struggle and it's tough.
Now, if you're going to throw one thing out there that you need to start. Your strength needs to be this. Is it getting off the tee box? Is it getting on the green?
Well, most people just want to hit it as far as they can.
Yeah, I know about that.
And but really, where do you score at, boys? Around the green, putting and chipping.
Chipping it on.
That's right, because it saves you a lot of strokes.
So you need to sit around there and chip.
Yeah. And if you go out there in the summertime, these 4 would be out there. Most likely, you'll see them on the putting green.
Maybe head to the bowl now in the winter and hit some balls.
I know they did. I know Jordan did last year, didn't you? A little bit.
Just keep that swing going, right?
Yeah,
that
it's a long winter.
Yeah.
But if you want to play good golf for the high school team, you need to get out there in April, May, and not think you're going to do it first week in August. It's tough.
It's very tough.
Yep.
Well, I got to tell you what, congratulations. great season,
Thank
great
you.
year. You know what I mean? I know you get disappointed when you're out there, but a lot of success
Yeah, we
this
had
year.
a lot of success throughout their tenure here, and we got a lot of young kids coming up, and hopefully we continue.
All right. Well, thanks, guys, for getting up and being on. I know we got into your Saturday morning, and Coach, we're going to take a commercial break, and we'll be right back and talk some cross country. You guys know this song? Well, let's get these headsets on.
It's loud though.
It's not so loud now. It's official. You're official radio people now. You guys know that song? Who sings that song?
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift. Yeah.
Swift.
I had most of her stuff, not all of it. Hey, I do want to give a reminder out there real quick as we bring this back, LCN Live. The great Mike Fax, they're having a garage sale today, 221 North Union Street, starts at 10 a.m. So I just want to remind everybody to get by there. They gave us a call, said everybody stop in. There's some stuff to get. Go visit. He's a good guy. Now we're going to pop back over here and talk about some cross country, which I'm going to tell you I don't know anything about. I mean, looking at me, you'd think I ran a lot, but I don't. And Coach Mason, she couldn't be here today. She called in, and she's sick, so we're going to wish her well. I think she's got chicken soup going or something over there. She's not feeling very good. So who do we have on here today? Tell us. There's a picture guy. There's a lot of paparazzi around here. They get getting shots of you guys. So who's going to talk first?
I'll talk first.
All right, hang on. Let's turn this on here a minute. There you go. You are talking first now. You got him? Is it working?
So, I'm Jake Woods.
Jake Woods. Talk to that camera over there. Those people, they want to see you.
So,
just tell us about yourself, Jake. How long have you been running cross country?
I've been running cross country I just finished my third year. And
you're a junior?
I'm a junior. Yeah. And
you going to do it next year?
Yeah, I'll probably do it next year because I don't really have anything else to do.
Well, football season's going on then, too. If you
yeah.
That, you know.
I'm a little scrawny for football, but so.
No. And you're a wide receiver right now. You're running cross country.
Yeah.
I'll talk to Coach Mason. So
yeah. You can try to talk her into letting me join.
Okay.
But,
So tell us a little bit about this year. How'd you do?
I did okay. I didn't. I have hip problems. So I run as hard as I can, but I never do as best as I could. But I say I did pretty good this year. Just it gets a lot harder as the season goes on, just because it gets colder, and so your bones are freezing off. So
that's right. It gets cold, doesn't it?
It gets cold, yeah.
And the Patriots play this weekend, do you know?
They do. They play Denver.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm a big Tommy Brady guy.
Yeah.
All right, let's go Pats. Hey, so it's how far when you're running cross country? Who's going to be the spokesman and tell me about all this? Is it going to be Jake?
I will be.
You're going to be
want me
spokesman?
to.
All right, good. All right, so we'll get to those questions in a minute. So what's the highlights of this year? What's your highlight? What's the best one you had?
We actually won our first meet, as in both teams, both boys and girls won our first meet at Athens, and then what else happened?
Is there a course that's tougher than other courses? You know what I mean? they're all
Springfield.
different, right?
Springfield's
the toughest course?
Yeah.
Because of hills?
A lot of hills, yeah.
And then it winds around? Narrow paths? Or is it pretty wide?
Usual courses are pretty open, except at the finish line, but that doesn't really count, so. But yeah, they're all pretty open. It's you usually have a lot of room, and yeah, Springfield just has a lot of hills, and then there's one in particular that's pretty bad.
Is it the beginning or the end?
It's more at the beginning, and then more
in the middle.
In the middle, yeah.
In the middle?
You go up it twice.
You go on it twice.
So see, I have a lot of stupid questions about this. So are you able to wear the same shoes into every one of them? You don't need a different shoe for some different terrain you'll be on?
I wear spikes.
Well, some people wear running shoes, and then some people wear spikes, and especially courses that have a lot of road. You can't wear spikes on a course that has a lot of road. So I wear shoes. I've never worn spikes in my life, but I've done fine. So
we're just checking on you. Want to give a shout out there to anybody?
Hi, Mom and Dad.
That's good.
And Jaron and Justin, how you doing?
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
And what about in case Tommy Brady's listening? He could see us.
you better do good. I don't want to hear about no Peyton Manning.
That's right.
So
They're taking him down this weekend.
Yeah.
All right, pass the mic over. And tell us who you are.
I'm Alison Pagle, and I'm a senior.
You've been running cross country all 4 years?
No.
No?
This is my first year.
Your first year? Did you like it?
Yeah, I really did. And I also play volleyball, so that's why I have.
And volleyball's a big deal because we're going to have them on later. You guys, sectional, regional champs.
Yep, regional champs.
Going to the sectional.
Yep.
This weekend. Yeah, I wrote that down so we can talk about it. May as well say it right now. So you just you won it the first title since 2009.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't seem like that long ago.
I know. I feel like I remember when they last won it, but
Yeah, because they're very competitive.
Mhm.
Coach does a good job with them. And
She is
now
really good.
you'll move on to Chillicothe, is that right?
and we play Metamora.
Are they good?
They're about like us. They have. I'm pretty sure their record's about 25-10, so it's about the same as we are. So.
Well, then you got to listen to Coach and get ready to go.
Yep.
Because we expect to see it state this year.
Yeah.
We're going to have you guys on next week. So you jumped into this cross country. How come?
Well, I've always just really enjoyed running, so I thought it's my senior year. Why not try something new too? And then.
So if you were talking to, say, a guy that was older and you're telling him that you've always enjoyed running and he didn't understand, what would you tell him? What's exciting about running?
Well, I don't know. I just
That
really,
guy would be me.
I really like it because it's just like kind of a freedom, I guess. I just like running like in the country because I just can go wherever I want, and it's like a really good way just to kind of like get a break from everything else that's happening at like school and stuff.
I can go with that. I think I get on a bicycle or something. That running would be good for me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You want to give a shout out to anybody out there?
I'll just give a shout out to my dad and go Irish.
And go Irish. Who are they playing today?
They play Navy.
Ooh, yeah, that's a big game. That's a
Yeah.
great game, actually.
I'm excited.
That's fun stuff. All right, thanks. I'll take the mic, and we'll move along. And we're going to who next?
Yes, Allison Lutz. I'm a junior, and I plan on doing cross country next year. This year, I've done a lot better. I have a lot of problems, like hip problems, and it hurts while I run. But like last year, I barely got to participate in like any meet. Plus, I'm in band, so I'm balancing that at the same time. But I really love this team, and like we got so close this year, and we done amazing. Coach K is such a good coach, and this is why I love cross country. So.
Oh, good for you. But what do you do in the band?
I play mellophone and marching band, and then pep band, I play the trumpet. So.
Well, I'm going to give a shout out to that band because I don't think they get enough attention. I will say that.
Thank
you know
you.
what? And the band is awesome out there at the high school. And you know what? I think bands make high school football. I think. I mean, I'm a high school football guy, but the band, when that kicks up and starts playing in the background, you got all that going on. And hats off to you guys and the band director and all of it because it's good. Now, so have you done cross country all for 3 years, or no? It's the first year you jumped in.
3 years.
And so, what about your injuries? Like, are they caused from so much running, or will the running help them?
No, yeah, it's caused from running. Like, I don't know, I had a really big fall once, and it just messed up my back and like hips, and then I kept running on it, and then that just ruined it, I guess. But
It was downhill from there, huh?
yeah, but I'm doing good. It's okay.
But you did make a lot of friends and all that stuff, and that's key to high school sports. All that stuff going on.
Yeah, and plus I was new last year. Like, I came all the way from Texas, and like
You moved here from Texas?
Yeah.
How you like this weather we got going?
I don't like it at all. But like they accepted me like right away, and like that's how I made friends like so fast and stuff. So.
Well, good. And good for Coach Mason. She got you all involved, and you're running around.
And we look like twins. Like, everyone tells me that like all the time.
They do. I'm going to give her some trouble about that. She's got a twin from Texas. You want to give a shout out there to anybody?
Shout out to my grandma and grandpa. That's about it. I don't watch sports, so.
That's all right. You don't have to. You can just root for Tommy Brady and the Arizona Cardinals. You'll be all right.
Yeah, the Cardinals.
There you go. All right, we're going to move it along now, and you're going to be our spokesman.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. I'm Kierston Prater. I'm a junior. I've been running all 3 years. I did pretty well this season. I've never had an injury or anything, so I've ran every meet since my freshman year. And
Injury free.
Yep.
Okay,
Pretty lucky.
so we're going to ask some technical questions now.
All
So,
right.
how far is every course?
3 miles generally. Some are like 2.9 if it's a little bit shorter course, or it could be a little bit over too.
And so how many meets did you have?
I think we
so
have.
you had a record of what? Is that a fair question?
Oh, we don't really have a record. Yeah.
It's more of an individual sport every time you go.
Yeah, you just try and PR, which is getting a personal record. So you try and beat your best time. And we have probably 12 meets in a season.
12 meets in a season. And the amount of time you spend practicing, you guys are out there when we start double sessions in August sometime, that you guys start showing up around then.
I think we start
Same day we
in
do?
July.
Oh, really?
Well,
we have summer. Yeah. We have
but-
summer practices.
We do off-season stuff. We start really after school starts. We get 2 weeks into the summer and then you start off-season. But then you keep going into. But then official practices start when you guys start doing double days and that kind of stuff.
And that's what I thought. So now you're going to run the 3 miles, so you obviously have to practice for longer.
Yeah.
Right.
On Mondays, we do a long run, and the longest we did this year was 8. So, but we
8
do
miles at one time?
Yeah, we do it at a slower pace though, just so we could get the distance in.
So when I'm out at football practice, I will notice that sometimes you guys go to the track.
Mhm.
And then are you doing speed intervals or something?
Yeah, because every other day we either do a long run or a workout. And so, the workout days are for gaining speed, and then the long run days are for gaining distance.
Then you guys run the bleachers?
No.
No.
Coach says that it's not good for us.
Okay, she's a coach. And then so you're going to do all that practicing, and then you do this 12 times, and then you get to go to. Is there a regional? Is there a sectional in the state?
Yeah, we had regionals last week, but 2 of our girls got hurt, so we didn't qualify as a team. And then I missed going to sectionals by 1 second. But
1 second.
Yep.
Did you lean your head forward when you finished?
The girl passed me right at the end.
She did? Hey, that's what these are for, that elbow.
One of our girls does that a lot. She pushes people down and stuff.
Can't Coach Mason be there going, hey, get the elbow out or something? Well, anyway, 1 second. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's all based on time?
No,
Or is it finishes then?
the top 6 teams and then the next 5 individuals. So since we didn't qualify as a team, I was the 6th individual.
Wow. That stinks. That's tough.
Yep.
So and you guys just all like running for some reason.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
If you have to ask, you'll never understand.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you know what? My wife's a runner. She got up this morning. It was still dark. I'm not getting it. But yeah, it's great. It's going to help you later in life, and you'll feel good, and you'll make some doctor happy because he'll have to redo both your knees and your back problems. It's all right.
I'll be.
You want to give a shout out to anybody?
Yeah, my mom and dad, because they go to every meet.
Do they run?
No.
Okay, just checking. I'm trying to figure out if I'm the weird one.
No, they don't know where I get it.
Yeah.
They ask me every day why I run.
Well, if you like it, you like it.
Yep.
And how about Coach Mason? She's doing a good job, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
She's a great coach.
All right, she's 6. You guys all go home and make get well cards for her, or send her something, maybe pizza or something. I don't know. Do something for her. Okay, so that's it. Shout outs.
Yep.
We're all good, and this is the cross country team. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back and talk some high school sports and maybe even some NFL. That's what we like to hear. Bring that on in. That could be our trivia question today.
Is that the grassroots?
That's nice. Hey, that's a way to bring us back in. That should be a trivia question. Somebody call and tell us the name of that song, and that's by Kiss, one of the all-time greats. And let's put a plug out there for some of you Kiss fans. They will be live tonight.
They will be Kiss?
Well, they may as well be at Dress to Kill tribute band, and they're going to be over at that name of that place. Can't even remember the name of it. Lost my mind. Zero Tolerance. Zero Tolerance. They're going to be over there tonight. Kiss Dress to Kill, which is an album that came out in 1975. And I was looking around at it on the internet, and it says that in August of 1975, Kiss played a concert on the Pekin football field. Did you have known that?
I would not have known that.
That's
you wouldn't have either, because that's like the year you were born, isn't it?
Yeah, I was born 1981, so yeah, I wasn't around then. But Kiss tonight. Get your tickets. 0 tolerance. Dress to kill. We're back live, and I brought in Lloyd's of London to help me out with this last second half. And they call him that Lloyd's of London because he's very wealthy.
Very wealthy, really?
Yes,
spiritually,
very wealthy,
maybe, or something. It certainly isn't in the bank account.
And a Tampa Bay fan.
Yeah, so obviously it's not in football fanage.
Yes.
So I just figured you needed your recommended daily dose of Kirby. So
here we go. Yeah, because the other guys took off on me, and I want to thank Cross Country and Boys of Golf for coming in because they were very entertaining. Huh?
Yeah, very good.
They did a good job being well coached out there by Coach Ciaccio and Coach Mason. And now we're going to jump in though to America's sport, high school football. America. Last night in 3A action, we're going to skip to 3A action. So it's the first round of the tournament.
Right.
Williamsville, big winners over Hillsboro, 45-14 at home. And I haven't seen this Williamsville team played, but they have moved around. Now they're ranked number 1 in the state.
Yeah, it sounds like they've got a lot of weapons and
pretty big deal. All I've seen is highlights, but they look pretty good.
Yeah, hitting on all cylinders at the right time.
They're gonna play the winner of New Berlin St. Teresa. You have to think St. Teresa wins that game. Both of those teams will be at home. I think Williamsville's a higher seed, so I would say next weekend you may be able to go over and watch Williamsville St. Teresa, which I tell you what would be it's a great high school football game.
Oh yeah, this time of the year it's always very entertaining games, good matchups, a lot of talent on the field.
Today in 4A football, as we move up the ladder, Mount Zion, an old foe of ours we used to play with, they're going to be over at Rochester at 6 p.m. And I know Rochester's, they've lost a couple of games this year, but, they now are going to dip down into that 4A schedule. Right. And from playing 5A and 6A teams, they're going to dump down in that 4A schedule, and, they're going to do well. Barring injuries, they're well coached. Derek Litter does a great job over there. I really feel like they have a chance to go and win another one. But they are a little banged up. The quarterback's a little banged up. But I think they're going to do all right. They're a good football team. They're well coached. And let's face it, when you've won 4 in a row, you have experience on your side.
Oh, absolutely.
So they're not nervous.
No. Been there, done that.
And then we have, Olympia jumped into the playoffs this year.
My alma mater.
Yeah, there you go. See, now, you know anything about it? You got any things you want to tell us about this team?
They are the Spartans.
The Spartans. I knew you did. They were Spartans on Saturday Night Live, too. You know what I mean?
That's true.
The Spartan cheerleaders. Yeah. They are at Quincy Notre Dame. A long bus ride. And Quincy Notre Dame is a very good football school, so they're going to have their hands full over there. And I know that we played Olympia last year. It was last year. Didn't we play them last game of the season? Kind of went down the wire. We ended up getting beat. Yeah. But good luck to those guys. Olympia Spartans heading off to Quincy Notre Dame, and that's in 4A. We jump into 5A. We had last night you had Sacred Heart Griffin play Jerseyville, and we knew that they were just going to run score up. So they, big winner 49-7.
Oh wow.
They now have had the running clock. I believe. Well, I didn't see that game, but 49-7 means they won by 42. So that running clock took off.
So, yeah.
That's the running clock in every game they've played this year, which is an outstanding feat. Griffin, all settling in to go win another state championship. They will play the winner of Marion and Waterloo, who plays today. And I would have to think Marion would beat Waterloo. Waterloo down St. Louis way. East St. Louis way.
I was going to say Iowa, so I'm way off.
No, they're East St. Louis way. We played there a few years ago, probably 5 years ago or so. We played there at a non-conference game. They built a new school system. I think they're getting some money off the riverboats. They put in a new field, all AstroTurf field. It was a cool place to play. But I would have to think that Marion would come out of that. Marion's a big power down there in the south, at that South 7. And then if you're looking for somewhere to go to tonight, a little closer to home, Taylorville. Taylorville's. Oh, yeah. They made the playoffs. They got bumped up into 5A somehow. I think they may be the smallest school in 5A, and they really were on the borderline of being the largest school in 4A, which certainly would help those guys. Coach Jeb Odom over there, he does a great job. But they're at home tonight. They're playing Troy Triad. And Troy Triad has some good teams, too. I think they used to be old Troy Triad St. Jacobs or something. They've now combined with a couple schools. So they're a larger school now. So anyway, that game is tonight, 6 o'clock. And then if we pop up one more into 6A, Peoria Notre Dame is at home against Galesburg, and Peoria Notre Dame is coached by an ex-Lincoln football coach, Joe Walters. Joe was here for 2 or 3 years and then took off to Peoria Notre Dame. He's been there for 4 years. He's doing an excellent job. He's got that team ranked second in the state, I believe.
Very cool.
He said there's really something special about this team. They're playing Galesburg at Peoria Notre Dame today, 1 o'clock. And then 2 other local schools, Glenwood in 6A. Glenwood played Centennial last night at Centennial. They won 31-14. So Chatham-Glenwood's alive. They're going to move to the next round. If Peoria Notre Dame wins, which they certainly should today, they're favored. Peoria Notre Dame will play at Chatham-Glenwood next weekend. Again, if you're a high school football fan, that's a great game to go to. Chatham-Glenwood has a nice facility over there. Get over and watch a game. And then the last one we'll tell you about is Southeast. They snuck in the playoffs this year. Good for them since, I think, 1992. 2002.
Yeah.
2002. They snuck in the playoffs, and they got beat by Normal West 40-14 last night. Hats off to them. They snuck in. Great job, Southeast. But Normal West is a tough ball club.
Yeah, it's very, very competitive. Let's step back for a minute since you're a knowledgeable high school football man. You're talking about all these different classes and people sneaking into classes and getting into one. How is that determined?
Well, it's determined by enrollment. But, I mean, I'm not an expert, but they look at all the records, and then they look at conference champions, and then they get them all out there, and then they start looking at enrollments, and they try to squeeze them into 32 bracket teams.
Okay.
And so it's really, Lincoln's a bubble team this year. If we'd have got in, we'd have got in at 4A, which certainly would have helped us. Geographically, it wouldn't have helped us because we would have ended up playing Rochester in no time. But, we're going to play smaller schools. Taylorville got that. It was whatever the number was. Taylorville had like 3 more kids or something, and then like Griffin, whatever the number was, they snuck down into 5A and didn't get pushed up to 6A. Which, 5A is a very tough football class, but it's up north. It's we have good teams down here, but I think SHG will dominate every downstate school.
Right.
And then I believe if things would work out, correctly the way everyone figures it, I believe they would play normal U-High to see who goes to the state championship. And they won't see anyone, north really until they see them. So they have a good chance to win it. And then, the Chicago schools will all beat each other up there and then come down to play a state championship against. I say SHG. I don't see how they're getting beat.
Yeah, they are. They are very good.
It's the luck of the draw, though. And that's. I sent Jeb Odom a text at Taylorville right when I saw it come out because, wow, you had a shot at 4A, which would have helped you. In 5A, if he wins, he's going to end up having to play Griffin, so he can't get away from the conference.
Yeah, exactly. Got his work cut out for him.
We did, and that's it. That's all we have for some high school football. But get out and watch some. It's exciting stuff. The whole town's get behind these teams and go. I don't care if you're going to a 1A game. The whole town's involved. And everybody gets behind it. It's exciting. And we mentioned girls volleyball. And they won the regional title first time since 2009. So we'll have those guys playing this week and get that team on here eventually at some point in time on your Saturday morning show. If we get some more room, I don't know if we can get all that volleyball players back here.
Yeah, we're going to have to expand our studio, maybe get a green room for all the guests.
Green room and makeup. I mean, we're going to need makeup.
Well, you got...
Ciaccio came in here today without a stitch of makeup on.
he
had his hair done.
His hair looked good for the camera.
Yeah, he looked good.
I mean, this is kind of a green room because...
Oh, yeah, we got some green back here, don't we? Kevin Seitzer, the famous Kevin Seitzer from Lincoln, he's got a new job. He's going to be the hitting coach for the Atlanta Braves. That's a big deal. Hats off to him. He's been moving around a little bit, but he certainly has left New Holland, Middletown, Lincoln area, and he has went up and made himself a career in Major League Baseball.
Absolutely.
Maybe we can get him on the phone sometime.
Yeah, that would be great.
With him. I don't know if he's coming to visit, but we can get him on the phone and talk.
I'm trying to remember. Wasn't he second in his rookie season when he played for the Royals? He was second in the Rookie of the Year voting.
Yes, I think he was.
Was it Canseco?
Boy, you're testing me.
All right.
And look, get on that thing. I know you want to. Grab that and take a look. We know you want to.
Right. We've only got 3 minutes.
Hey, the fans always thought you were real smart. Now you're getting a look at it. This is how he knows everything. I don't have time to look at that thing, so I don't know, but I know you will tell me.
Plus, you don't know how to run it. So.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. And then the Cubs get Joe Madden. We talked about that a little earlier. They say you're a baseball guy. That's a big deal. You're getting Joe Madden. He can turn things around. So, go Cubs. And then let's look at the NFL picture here as we're about to run out of time. We need to go to commercials, Jim, or we can talk a little NFL because it is a sports show, but there's some big games. At noon, you've got America's team, the Arizona Cardinals, going out to Dallas, play the Cowboys, and I know they're probably going to be Romo-less, so I'll hear all the excuses. But I don't even know. I heard who the backup is. I can't remember right now, but anyway, you know what? Dallas is Dallas, and we're going to have to go out there and play them.
Oh, yeah.
And I think America's team is going to do real good out there, the Arizona Cardinals. So get your Cardinal gear. If you need some, let me know. Call the office. We'll get you some Cardinal gear.
Football gear.
Arizona Cardinals, that's right. America's team. And at 3 o'clock, there's a great game. The Broncos are at New England.
That is going to be a good game.
And you're talking about throwing two Hall of Fame quarterbacks at each other. You wonder if they're really buddies or if they're not, but they're so competitive, and what a football game that is.
Oh, yeah.
You can think the Patriots are down, but ever since they got on Brady and said, hey, you know what, maybe he's not the quarterback that he used to be, maybe he's not this, I think it made him mad.
He's been on a nice roll since then.
He's been on a tear.
Yeah.
And everyone has to remember that he's not playing with the same teams that he used to. He's playing, he's got new offensive linemen up there. He's got a bunch of rookie receivers that were running around. Everybody's a little off sync. You don't have your timing routes done. The lineman, he doesn't have the protection he used to have. He lost his center, which is a big deal. But they certainly have came on strong. And then you look at Manning. Well, Manning is just Manning. Fun to watch. Now quit looking at the phone. What'd you figure out?
Well, I get half credit. He was second in his Rookie of the Year voting, but he finished second to Mark McGwire.
Oh, Mark McGwire.
And then I was just checking out our Twitter at WLCN Sports. One of our followers said maybe JoJo could take a lap with the cross-country runners. Maybe we could get that on camera.
Well,
hashtag old man.
I think... I don't even know what hashtag means. Let's be real honest with ourselves. Hashtag like old man means what?
Well, it means someone they were talking about in that
statement. It was detrimental to me, obviously. Yeah. But what's that? What does hashtag mean? What is that?
It's just kind of a little hint about this is what we're talking about. This is the general subject area.
The general subject is old man. And they want to know if I can run around the track.
No, I think they wanted you to run with the cross-country team. Maybe do like a on-site remote. We could get the camera out.
We'd love to do it, but we're just about out of time.
We are almost out of time, so.
And we'd have to have the cross-country coach there, and she's ill, so it's not going to work. Tell them we'd love for it to work, but it's not going to.
We'll tweet that later.
We're not going to get any laps. We're not going to get any laps out of it today. What else we have to talk about? We're nearing our end.
We are nearing the end. Gosh.
We got anything? We're not going to take any calls. We shut that phone line down. It was going crazy back here. These guys ran off and left me alone today.
They did. And they're stuck with me, so that's...
Hey, what if they're on strike and they're really not coming back? Because they want me fired.
Once they put you on the microphone long enough, you're bound to say something that'll get you canned. So.
You think that's what they're doing? They're on strike? Maybe they're not coming back. And I'm sure our listeners would love that. Get rid of all three of us.
Tune in next week to find out.
The ratings will all go up.
And we are at Mission Mart next week. So
Mission Mart. Come on, help me sing that, Lloyd.
I couldn't carry a tune in a bucket.
That's good. So. Well, neither can I. Just sing. It's good stuff. Good tunes. Mission Mart has a lot of good stuff. We'd like to thank the Comfort Inn for bringing us out some cookies and candies, and I made some coffee.
You did make coffee. That was excellent coffee. Best in the county.
It's good stuff, isn't it? Yeah, best in this office.
Well, Chris Grau was bragging about his a couple weeks ago. Best in the county. I think you two maybe have the barbecue competition. Maybe you should have the coffee competition.
Hold on, I think Chris Grau maybe just better stick to that barbecue because I ain't doing the coffee thing. Chris, you know what I mean? Don't step out of your comfort zone there because I think I got the coffee down. Well, we'd like to thank you all for listening. Both
Absolutely.
of you. Mom, Dad, thanks for listening. And we're going to jump off the air now. And where are we going, Jim? Some country music? We're going to the news. Thanks for listening, and we're going to sign off.